Hi, I'm Ryan, and this is Ryan's Music Talk. The first episode, I think I'd like to start just by ranking the discography of one of my favourite bands, Bring Me the Horizon. So, let's get into it, hey? Number 9, music to be listened to, dance to, blah blah blah. Honestly, the less said about this one, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I get that it's like kind of an experiment sort of thing, but to me, it's just painful. I can't sit through it. I have no desire to ever listen to it again, and that's about as much as I can really say. I'm sure some people like it, but it's not for me. Number 8. This is what The Edge of Your Seat was made for. The original EP, right back at the beginning. It's not good. It's not. I get it. They were kids. But it shows. It really shows. It's raw. A lot of it seems just like it's noise for the sake of noise. The track Raw, I think, is probably the only real highlight, but even that, compared to the rest, it's just not good. Number 7, Count Your Blessings. I've probably made a lot of people mad with that. A lot of the OG fans who still want them to play Pray for Plagues at every show. And to be honest, when I sat down to do this, I thought this had come in higher, but I think there was a lot of nostalgia attached to that, because when I've gone back to listen to it, it's just not as good as I remember it. This was the album that first got me into Bring Me the Horizon, but that's probably just saying more about my age than anything, because other than Pray for Plagues, obviously still a classic, Tell Slater Not to Wash His Dick, For Stevie Wonder's Eyes Only, still great songs, but to be honest, in my opinion, it really drops off dramatically after that. Number 6, Ammo. It's probably the hardest to rank nearly. It's hard to get a grip on. There's some songs on here that I really do like. Mantra, Heavy Metal, I don't know what to say. I think they're all great songs. But the rest of it, I'm not really a big fan of. It has grown on me compared to when I first heard it. To begin with, I just didn't really like the entire album at all. I have grown to appreciate it a bit more over the last couple of years, but it's still, compared to everything else, it's not great. Number 5, There Is a Hell. Believe me, I've seen it. There is a heaven. Let's keep it a secret. This album, honestly, I think it's a bit inconsistent. It's got some of my absolute favourites on it. It Never Ends, Alligator Blood, Blessed with a Curse. But it's also got its fair share of average at best songs, I think. And I don't really think that's something you can say about the top 4 albums on this list, so that's what keeps this down at number 5. Number 4, Suicide Season. I still remember being shocked when this first came out by the style shift from Count Your Blessings into this. And, I mean, that's not really... You don't get shocked by Bring Me the Horizon changing styles now, but at that time it was quite different. I've always loved this album. Got great songs. Chelsea Smile, Diamonds Aren't Forever, Sadness Will Never End. The songs I listen to very regularly still. It's stronger overall than everything we've covered so far, but I think compared to the top 3, it's still quite a way behind. Number 3, Post-Human Survival Horror. Although I mentioned that Ammo had grown on me since my initial feelings towards it, I still do feel like it was a bit of a disappointment. So when Post-Human was first dropped, I was very fucking pleased with the new change in direction again. Some absolute belters on this release. Parasite Eve, Dear Diary, One by One, Ludens. It has very few weak points. It's easily their 3rd best release, in my opinion. Number 2, That's the Spirit. There wasn't a lot that separated this from Post-Human, but I think the main difference was that the weaker points on That's the Spirit were still stronger than the weaker points on Post-Human. It's loaded with highlights, this one. Happy Song, Throne, Follow You, Drown, and honestly, possibly my absolute favourite Bring Me the Horizon song, Doomed. Just great album. Absolutely love it. Number 1, obviously, only one left, Sempiternal. When I first sat down to do this list, I only knew there was 2 guarantees, and that was last place and first place. Sempiternal's not only my favourite Bring Me the Horizon album, it's quite possibly my favourite album of all time. At the very worst, it's in the top 5. I just love it. It's no weak points as far as I'm concerned. Just a no-skip masterpiece, start to finish, from Can You Feel My Heart right through to Hospital for Souls. I just can't fault it. And I don't really have anything else to say about it because it's just that good. So that's my list. Drop in the comments if you agree or disagree. If you do disagree, I'd love to see your list. And I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.